There's no cell signal, no help, just Lisa Kelly and the rig, her lifeline. She fuels it, oils it, drives it thousands of miles across ice and rock. That truck kept her alive, but no machine can outrun fate. When tragedy struck, fans felt it personally. Lisa wasn't just the queen of the frozen highways, she was the show. Road truckers thrived on her fearless presence. When the world heard whispers of something dark happening off-screen, everything changed. She'd conquered the world's most dangerous roads, the Dalton Highway in Alaska, the Himalayas at 13,000 feet, even the Andes. Climbed mountains so high most drivers couldn't breathe, all while the world watched on TV. Then it all stopped. It wasn't an action on camera, not a mechanical failure or weather ambush. It was a tragedy linked to a business partnership no one expected. But there were no updates, no family statements, only silence, and a fan base left scrambling for answers. This wasn't just career news, it felt personal. If the woman who seemed invincible could vanish, what could protect her? From grief, from the unthinkable that really happened. That silence sparked a storm. And to make sense of it, we have to go back to the beginning. Lisa Kelly was never meant to drive a truck, at least not according to her parents. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, she moved to the remote wilderness of Alaska at just 6 years old. Her new backyard? Ice, dirt, and open space. Perfect for a dreamer who didn't fit the mold. Her family had medicine in their blood. One a nurse, the other a dental hygienist. They expected Lisa to follow suit. But from the start, she had other plans. She wasn't drawn to clinics or clean floors. She craved dust, engines, and the wild. She first made waves in motocross, not as a side hobby, but as a state champion. Gritty, fearless, and built for speed, she raced hard until an injury sidelined her. That should have slowed her down. It didn't. Next came odd jobs, pizza delivery, gas stations, anything to stay moving. That's when it clicked. She didn't want a desk, a uniform, or a ceiling. She wanted freedom, real open road freedom. And that meant trucks. Getting her CDL wasn't easy. Breaking into the Alaskan haul scene was even harder. It was rough, male-dominated, and built on brute strength. Lisa had to outwork everyone. I had to pull my weight and everybody else's, she said. She landed a job at Carlisle Transportation and never looked back. She didn't just drive, she owned it. A young woman steering 18 wheels through snowstorms and icy cliffs like it was nothing. That alone could have been her story, but Hollywood had other plans. When the producers of Ice Road Truckers came calling, Lisa Kelly didn't hesitate. The show needed a woman tough enough to brave the infamous Dalton Highway. Lisa didn't just fit the role, she redefined it. She joined in season 3 and instantly stole the spotlight. One woman, one massive truck, hundreds of miles of frozen wilderness. The contrast was electric, and fans couldn't get enough. Viewers tuned in to see her crush impossible routes with nerves of steel and a quiet, humble attitude that made her even more magnetic. She became more than a cast member. She became the face of the franchise. But her rise came with pressure. Being the only woman in a high-risk, all-male world was already difficult. Now she was doing it under a global spotlight, and the weight of that pressure started to build. Then she disappeared, temporarily, from season 6. No explanation, just gone. Fans panicked. Had something gone wrong? When she returned in season 7, relief flooded the fanbase. But the question lingered, why the sudden exit? Lisa never explained, and for someone so open on screen, that silence was louder than words. Her next challenge pushed things even further. She joined the spin-off Deadliest Roads, tackling mountain passes in India, Peru, and Bolivia, at altitudes that left other drivers gasping and quitting. Lisa? She kept pushing, calmly navigating roads barely wide enough for one vehicle, with 1,000-foot drops just inches away. It was adrenaline-fueled TV at its peak, and Lisa was the fearless icon holding it all together. But the spotlight doesn't come without shadows. Fame has a price. For Lisa Kelly, it wasn't just the cold roads or terrifying drop-offs. It was the twisted, unexpected chaos that fame brings. The first major shock? A cruel internet death hoax. In 2013, news broke across social media that Lisa Kelly had died. Obituaries spread like wildfire. Fans were devastated. Many believed it without question. But the truth? It wasn't Lisa Kelly from Ice Road Truckers. It was Lisa Robin Kelly, the actress from that 70s show. A mistake maybe, but to Lisa, it was anything but harmless. It was a public gut punch, a false goodbye she didn't ask for. The media mess left scars and distrust, and reminded everyone that celebrity, even reality TV celebrity, can come with deeply invasive consequences. And then came the moment that could have truly ended everything. During season 3, while navigating the dangerous Adigan Pass, Lisa faced a split-second nightmare. Two massive trucks barreled toward her from opposite ends of a narrow ice pass. With a steep drop on one side and no escape route in sight, her options were grim. In a moment of terrifying clarity, she maneuvered her truck into an impossibly tight spot. Inches from disaster, the entire crew went silent. The cameras kept rolling. Fans held their breath, but Lisa didn't crack. She didn't flinch. Her calm under pressure saved her life. It also sealed her legend. Still, not every danger came with flashing hazard lights or a countdown. Some came slowly through stress, isolation, and the constant grind of always having to be the strong one. Behind the tough image, Lisa was human, and those pressures were quietly building. The biggest test, though, wasn't on the road. It was in the sky, and it hadn't happened yet. Lisa Kelly had already proven she could handle anything thrown her way. But when Daryl Ward entered the picture, things began to shift in a different direction, not just professionally, but emotionally. Daryl wasn't just another trucker. He was a legend in his own right, charismatic, seasoned, and fiercely determined. Together, Lisa and Daryl formed an unlikely partnership that felt almost invincible. They shared a vision, one beyond ice road truckers, a future where they wouldn't just haul cargo for others. They'd run the show themselves. So they did. They launched their own hauling company. The goal? Build something lasting, something independent, something they could call their own. And for a while it worked. The business thrived. Fans watched the duo take control of their careers, cheering on this new chapter. But everything changed in a flash. On August 28, 2016, tragedy struck. Daryl Ward was killed in a small plane crash near Rock Creek, Montana. He was on his way to film a new project, a documentary about recovering old wrecks when the plane went down. There were no survivors. The news hit like a wrecking ball. The trucking world mourned. Lisa was devastated. This wasn't just a business partner. He was a mentor, a teammate, a friend. The loss was personal, deep, irreplaceable. After Ice Road Truckers aired its final season in 2017, Lisa stepped away from the spotlight. The world had watched her conquer glaciers and cliffs, but grief? That was different. That was private. And yet she never stopped trucking. She kept Arctic Fox, her company, moving. She returned to her roots, focusing on the road rather than the camera. The woman who once stood atop the world's deadliest roads chose a quieter path. But make no mistake, she never disappeared. When Ice Road Truckers came to an end in 2017, many assumed Lisa Kelly would fade with it. She didn't. While the show was over, the road wasn't. For Lisa, trucking was never just about television. It was a calling, a way of life. She didn't need the cameras. She didn't crave the attention. What she wanted was the freedom of the highway, the feeling of control behind the wheel, and the satisfaction of doing a tough job with excellence. And she kept doing exactly that. Lisa continued working with Carlisle Transportation, the very company that gave her a shot when no one else would. Over 20 years later, she's still loyal to the crew that saw her potential early on. But she also started her own business, Arctic Fox, a testament to her grit and independence. She's not just surviving in a male-dominated field. She's leading. Away from the road, Lisa's life is refreshingly normal, and that's just how she likes it. She lives in Wasilla, Alaska, with her husband, Travis Kelly, a full Athabascan native Alaskan and plumber by trade. The two met in 2004 when Lisa was buying a motorcycle. They married in 2008. Their bond is built on shared passions, motocross, animals, and a deep understanding of each other's independence. They don't have kids, but their home is full of love. A miniature horse named Rocky, a cat named Tansy, horses that Lisa rescues and trains. She pours herself into giving second chances to animals the world forgot. It's quiet work, compassionate work, and it shows who she really is when the cameras are gone. More recently, Lisa has begun posting videos to her YouTube channel. The production is simple, raw, and honest, just like her. In a January 2025 upload, she shared her frustration about being snowed in and unable to make money. There was no script, no glamour, just a trucker venting about a rough day, and her fans loved it. The comments poured in. "Good to see you again, Lisa. It's been too long." I miss you, Lisa. The show's not the same without you. That connection, the one she built with viewers through sheer authenticity, still runs strong. Whether she ever returns to TV or not, Lisa's legend continues to grow, quietly, powerfully, on her own terms. After conquering the world's deadliest roads and cementing her place as a fan favorite, Lisa Kelly wasn't slowing down. In fact, she was ready to level up, and she wasn't going to do it alone. She joined forces with fellow ice road truckers, legend Daryl Ward. The two shared a bold vision, launching their own independent trucking company, no more working under someone else's name. This would be their legacy, their rules, their risk, and their reward. The pairing made perfect sense. Daryl brought experience, charisma, and big picture vision. Lisa brought precision, focus, and a relentless work ethic. Together, they were the ultimate team, ready to carve their own path through the unforgiving world of freight. For a moment, it looked like nothing could stop them. The company was gaining momentum. Fans were hyped, and Lisa finally seemed to be steering her career on her own terms. Then, in an instant, everything shattered. On August 28, 2016, Daryl Ward died in a plane crash near Rock Creek, Montana. He was on his way to begin filming a new series about airplane wreck recoveries. Yet another daring project to push boundaries. But fate had other plans. The crash devastated the trucking community. For Lisa, it was something deeper. She didn't just lose a business partner. She lost a close friend, a mentor, and the co-founder of a dream they had only just begun to build. There were no TV cameras rolling, no producers to guide the narrative. Just grief, silence, and a broken future. Lisa never spoke publicly in detail about the loss. True to form, she handled it with quiet strength and private mourning. But those who knew her saw the impact. After the final season of Ice Road Truckers aired in 2017, Lisa quietly disappeared from the public eye. No press tour, no farewell episode. She just stepped off the screen. And just like that, the chapter closed. But make no mistake, Lisa didn't quit. She just changed lanes. After the final season of Ice Road Truckers faded to black in 2017, Lisa Kelly did what she had always done best. She kept moving. But this time it was without the cameras, without the spotlight, and without the pressure of entertaining millions. She returned to the road, not for fame, but for the love of the drive. Today, Lisa still hauls freight across Alaska's unforgiving terrain, running her own company, Arctic Fox. She hasn't quit trucking, not even close. The woman who once faced off against cliffside trails in the Himalayas is still behind the wheel, just with less noise and more peace. Her commitment to Carlisle transportation has never wavered. Even after more than 20 years, she remains loyal to the company that took a chance on her when few others would. That loyalty, that grit, is exactly why she remains a legend. Not just on screen, but in the hearts of real truckers everywhere. Lisa's personal life remains as grounded and private as ever. She's still happily married to Travis Kelly, a quiet, hard-working plumber and fellow motorcycle lover. Their home in Wasilla, Alaska, is far removed from red carpets and press tours. Instead, it's filled with warmth, animals, and freedom. Together, they've created a life rooted in love and simplicity. No kids, but plenty of companionship, including their miniature horse, Rocky, and a mischievous cat named Tansy. In her spare time, Lisa has started sharing occasional glimpses into her life through her YouTube channel. Fans were thrilled to see her reappear online, even if it was just for a moment. In one video posted in early 2025, she candidly shared the reality of being stuck in a snowbank during a haul. No glamour, no script, just Lisa, honest, exhausted, and still doing what she loves. The comments say it all. We missed you, Lisa. So glad to see you again. Please don't stay away too long. She hasn't confirmed a return to television, and maybe she never will. But if she does, you can bet the world will be watching. Until then, Lisa Kelly remains what she's always been, a true original, a fearless road warrior, and proof that strength isn't about volume, it's about consistency. While others chase fame, Lisa chases the next mile, and that, more than anything, is what makes her unforgettable.